supposed to do for you. So yeah, and we are not at that moment. We kick some ass and we just run. Run. ABC idea of the day. Run. There were no Chiefs going out. Run. There were no Blizzard going out. Run. Apparently he didn't have a spec for Blizzard for slows, but like that's exactly why I run that spec. Because like when shit goes sideways, you just run.
Nothing pirate software would have this
oh shit, we're all going to die. We don't exceed this perfectly. And we are not at that moment. We kick some ass and we got to live.
I would play walking role.
I worked at Blizzard for 7 years. And we are not at that moment. We kick some ass and we just run. Run.
Yes, that's on repeat. Hello, folks. Welcome to the show. Today is back pain, a.k.a. a message to Asmongold, a.k.a. This is what I do. So, hi. So I'd like to start out with my message for Asmongold. Hi, as an attic creeper who lost a mom, I'm a basement creeper that lost a dad. Sorry to like snap into it like that, but I feel for you. I love you, bro. I've specifically stayed very far away from worshiping you, and I think that was a very much wrong thing to do for all these years. I think you would have been a very strong and formulative opinion for me to cling on to at certain points in my past here. So, you know, I just put you in my title. But I feel a kinship, you know, as a fellow WoW player, as a fellow, like, you know, formerly poor, nerdy fucking loser for most of their fucking lives. I love your stories that I hear. And when people say, like, you rub blood on the wall, or who the fuck hasn't? Come on. When you're a fucking, like, teen to whatever, you know, you haven't rubbed a little blood on your fucking wall, you haven't had, like, an issue ever in your life? Come on now. Yeah, but you didn't rub it on those. Shut the fuck up. Who cares? When you live in a dungy environment, you do whatever the fuck you want to it. You're bleeding, you go on the wall, and you go like, that's the time I bled. Yep. I had a support beam in my room. And I have this double-ended sword over there. I don't want to bring it out again. Like the thing in Death Clock, right, when he's plowing through the crowds. I have one of those. And my support beam has a bunch of fucking hacks in the side of it because I was testing it out when I was younger. You're dumb. You're dumb when you're young. That's fine. Dumb has nothing to do with rat alarm clock or any of that other shit, though. Like, I understand that shit. There was one day I woke up, and my basement was so moist and dungy that a family of flying ants had found their way into a nice little crack in the basement and squoze into my fucking room. So one day I woke up, and there was just a bunch of fucking, like, moths. Little white, little flying little fuckers, like, everywhere. And there was flying ants and shit. I had to, like, bug bomb the whole fucking house. And it's just because some shit crept in through a crack. That's what happens when you live at old, decrepit fucking houses. So when people are saying, like, blah, 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 I'm sure that rat was, like, in a wall or something. It's gross, but that's the thing. You're tired enough to sleep from fatigue, and you wake up to blank situations. Sometimes that's your life. Because rich people don't really get it. So when I hear that you haven't moved, you haven't left, you haven't done blah, blah, blah with your millions of dollars, neither would I. You know? I would just try to, like, play games, be happy, live, like, support my remaining family, and, you know, live a life. So I had heard the other day, not to bring up, like, just money in the business, but I heard the other day that you didn't fucking move out. You haven't been lavishly blowing your millions, and I found, like, a new appreciation for just you as a person. There's no need for all the overspending and the lavish bullshit and the Kardashian lifestyle when you're satisfied with what you are, what you present to the world, and who you are in your heart, you know? Like, if you're a good person and all you do is play video games, you're still a good person, and all you do is play video games. You know? Because there's a lot of corrupt, evil people out there blowing their millions, and what are they doing with their time, money, etc.? We don't know. What is Asmongold? We know what the fuck he's doing. So there you go. I would like to say that. It's not, I don't expect ever this to reach anyone, ever. Maybe one person or two people who actually view my shit, but that's that little quip just for him. So, yeah. Now, after I snork up some snottle here, let me get another visual going in the background, because I would like to, talk about a few things before I really get into any bits or anything. Honestly, I don't have any videos pulled up at all. Today's a different kind of day. So I have things to talk about. This never stops moving, does it? Okay. Now I do have things to look up, but we're not doing that section yet. Okay, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be a little different because I had a person have a comment on a video this morning, and they were talking about a certain '80s thing, and they said they were in the kindergarten in the '80s, and I said, so was I, dude. I was born like '84. How the fuck don't you know about these things? If you were born in '89, stop talking like an '80s baby. You don't know what the fuck you're saying. You're barely a fucking '90s kid. Shut the fuck up. Learn your place. I mean that with 100% disrespect. Shut the fuck up and learn your place. Don't add into conversations if you don't know what the fuck the olds are talking about. Google it, and then have something to say. And if you have nothing to say still after Googling it, at least you learned something about a former era that's not fucking you. Shiny little you, the fucking ignorant shit that didn't even know what the fuck that thing was to begin with. Cool. This little quip. Anti-piracy in the new era, Jason Thor Hall, pirate software, Nepo babies and how they're destroying things they don't control in secrecy. Speculate about how these types are taking down the Internet Archive, etc. Medical opinion form. McIntyre, Fires of California were God's plan. This is a fun one. The bit at the beginning with the chainsaw or whatever. You're right, though. I'm sorry. You did say, I don't need to say, I don't need to say, I don't need to say anything. I don't need to say anything. I just need to say I'm sorry. Slow, purple, romantic, dramatic, depthful, echoing beat with a tick, snare, drum, clap, beat, slap, clad, slowed, and reverbed, lo-fi feels vibe. It's a good prompt. Jesus. Can you tell why USA Republicans think they have the Christian vote in the bag, but why Democrats are statistically more Jesus-like than more God-like? Like more of them statistically believe in, say the things of, believe the parables of, when it comes to Christianity or whatever the fuck, Christ's word over God's, and yet the relentless hatred on the right-wingers who do the same worshiping is mostly coming out of the God stuff. God said that's evil. God said I could do these things because God is right and you're not. So that's a weird little juxtaposition there I'd like to point out. The Democrats are more Jesus-y, Republicans are more God condemning. Not God-fearing, God-condemning. Ghost Malone. You like that? I thought it was great. Ghost Malone. Somebody already has to have that, I'm sure. List of food. Milk, cream, yogurt, cottage cheese, peaches, beans, ravioli, makings for sandwiches. Some frozen stuff, yes. Maybe some sausages, maybe some nuggies in some form, burritos, and pizza. Hot dogs? And more hot dogs, LOL, smiley face. V8 and my cousin. Stay with my cousin. Stay with my cousin. My cousin. I'll stay with my cousin. I'm dating my husband. I'm dating my husband. He stay with my dog. Yeah. He stay with my dog again. Again and again. Again and again. Yeah. He stay with my dog. Yeah. I hop in my Mazda. My Pikachu Mazda. It's the finest thing I found in a pager. A record of Rager. That's it. That's where that ended. That's where that ended. And now we go back up to the top, okay? Everything is politics. Identity politics. It seems like you guys don't know what identity politics is, right? Like, so it's kind of old now, 2023, sure. The theory of, you know, the notion of, oh, Fox News. Let's check out Fox News.
Did you know that
and their definition of what this would be. It's because I mentioned the guy's teeth the other day, isn't it? Okay.
Feels like America is more divided than it's been in decades.
Yes.
Getting along with those who disagree on politics has become difficult,
Great.
tearing families and communities apart.
It's
It
partly
seems
because
like
of
now,
you people.
politics isn't just about what you think, but who you are. It's personal.
Okay. So they're really, wow. Identity politics definition. Thank you. So I would like the, I just want the robot to come up with it. Can I? What? Where's my Google AI on this? Where's my Google AI? Where's my Google AI? Where's my Google AI on this? Gemini, formerly Bard? I don't care. Let's, anything please, now. Identity politics definition. Let's ask Gemini. Let's ask, okay, here.
We've seen this feeling cause growing extremism.
So it's all about turning
turning
your, he keeps just, it's tearing us apart. We could see it on both sides. Shut the fuck up. So, what is it, assholes? So he one important piece of information so far was that it's politics turned internalized and made into a personal thing. Okay, wow.
spectrum. The events in Charlottesville, Virginia,
You don't
showed
need to
the
bring up
ability
events.
of white nationalists to assemble off the internet and into the real world. Earlier that same summer, left-wing extremists essentially shut down Evergreen State College because a white professor dared show up on a day white people were asked to be absent from campus. And it seems like left-wing and right-wing extremists are just getting the other side even more riled up.
Because these days, either side is by default seen as an extremist to the other side because of how the, media has portrayed both of these issues. So the fact that you just put that flag next to the Confederate one and all that, you're just further backing up the stereotypes of what's been wrong with us. So, whatever.
There's a name for this problem, and it's called identity politics.
Yeah.
Identity politics is the tendency for people of a particular race, religion, gender, or ethnicity to organize politically around that special interest for the sole purpose of advancing that interest without concern or regard for any larger group or collective.
Yeah.
You might ask, what's so bad about identity politics? You wouldn't care about identity politics if it was your identity group being discriminated against. This is a misunderstanding of what identity politics is.
I'd try to come from a middle ground.
There is a time for identities to
Despite
come
how I
together
act
when they are
on
being
here.
discriminated against as a class, but the goal of these movements are only ethical when they seek to remove the political impact of identity, not enforce it. The civil rights movement is a great example. The civil rights movement was not identity politics. It was about...
Fox is bringing up just a bunch of examples and shit. Examples for idiots. I think we're smarter than that. Key aspects: acknowledging the unique experiences, systematic disadvantages faced by marginalized groups, representation, ensuring that the voices and perspectives of these groups are heard and considered in the blah blah blah, redress, seeking to rectify historical and ongoing injustices through politics like affirmative action, reparations, and legal protections. Very good. So that's basically what I'm seeing out of this video. Is it's okay, easiest fucking examples of shit in the past. We're trying to talk about how it affects today and why Trump won, and you're not even mentioning the bigger problems are outside of America when it comes to identity politics and how those outside forces have had heavy influence on our local identity politics. So as much as this video has been bringing up any of these discussions, they've talked about only America, 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 and they brought up only America, America, America. Now, normally that's what I want. In this case, I don't want that, because the worst of identity politics currently is coming from the Middle East. I want to say period, but it's also from the EU and a little bit of the grandstanding and parading of mixed cultures from the Australia and New Zealandish area, that type of stuff. So there's a lot of upheaval or whatever in those parts of the world in terms of identity politics and how they're influencing this. We're not even talking about Russian bots anymore, which is obnoxious, because Russian bots. What even started this? Russian bots, Ars Technica, Facebook, the fact that that got clapped up, fucking you saw Marky Mark talk about fucking this is the problem, then he suffered no problems. And then they took that same radicalization and identity politics, they took it over to TikTok, and all of a sudden they were talking about, like, I brought it up the other day, but like sympathy versus Saddam Hussein or Osama and his manifesto, and saying that we deserve 9/11 and all that. This is all the current wave of identity politics, and none of that is an American voice. Specifically, Hassan Piker, the America deserved 9/11 bullshit, is not an American. You know, I don't know if he actually, I think he's a Canadian. So I don't give a fuck to even look into it. I'm pretty sure he's not an American. Pretty sure he's Turkish. Pretty sure he came over here with like a Cenk Uyghur's fucking nephew, and his first couple videos were about like, how do I rape women more efficiently? So what a great example of what to try and look up to as a real man. So anyways, that thing and its crowd practice identity politics in the new era, not the fucking civil rights era. You dumb bitch. So continue, but this is irrelevant, and I don't really want to finish up the video, but I'll let you, because it's Fox News, and I want to prove a point to my viewers that I'm not just clapping a Fox News video because it's Fox News. It's because it's backwards, wrong, stupid, and obviously tilted towards the thing. Am I paging through it to make it tilted towards the thing? It's default that. How do you trust any media, let alone a specifically admitted, like, right-wing one? Like, have a brain, people. Have a fucking brain.
Destroying identity politics, creating a society where we see
So,
people as individuals.
watch your children get
rather than members
radicalized
of
by
groups.
TikTok, and
In the words
watch
of
them
Martin
disconnect
Luther
from
King
you
Jr.
further and further and further, and then still keep talking about the fucking 60s, boomers. Can we move on from your topics? Because we have important ones that actually need to be addressed, not this, like, reparation football that we've been kicking around for, like, I don't know, 100 years or some shit. Doesn't really matter, because it ain't happening. So get the fuck over it. Move forward. Do something you can do something about. Are you getting pissed off at school fucking campuses fucking murdering people on behalf of reparations? No! Because that's how us actual Americans act towards actual Americans. We don't show up to college campuses to just try to interrupt fucking education and kill each other. That's not what we do. It was done a little bit back then, but that's not what we do nowadays. So the fact that it's being targeted towards us from these outside sources is fucking ridiculous. And it's always that same Middle Eastern bullshit. It's always this Palestine, fucking Pakistan. I don't even know all the P words over there. There's a lot of P words over there in the Middle East, isn't there? So, you know, it's become a challenge, folks. And you're not even aware of the fucking fact that it exists, because you want to sit here and talk about civil rights shit. Still, fucking boomers, move the fuck forward. You're losing your country because you're stupid. There's no other, you're dumb, you're just fucking dumb. I hate to, like, rant and sit here, and I don't know how people could watch this shit and tolerate this voice and understand any of this or be with this anger when I flip so much, but for fuck's sake, if you are fed up with the world and people not having the ability to simply think beyond their dick, simp beyond their dick, either one works, I guess. That's the problem that we're having. So this ego, machismo shit, because they made everything personal and shit, and then you're fucking hanging out with goddamn One Piece pirates and shit. Like, that's a real pirate, by the way. Pirate Software, that's a real pirate, okay? The fucking Houthi terrorists or whatever, real pirate, okay? You are a cop. You're a cop. When you're anti-piracy and ethical hacking and shit, you're a cop. All right, continue. Anyways, Cop Soft, not Pirate Soft, Cop Software. Fucking policeman software. Cop. So anyways. I've heard you. I don't need this. How much more can you just play fucking Martin Luther King? Thank you.
Black-only dorms at colleges, or women-only.
And 2016, 2017, was it California? Do I care? Women-only screenings of Wonder Woman sell out and prompt complaints. That movie sucked. So whatever stupid little corner of the shithole wants to stir up some kind of fucking, I don't know, movie tickets, that was just to get people in the seats. So you can use it for this, but we know that it was just a publicity move to get people in seats to see a shitty fucking movie that had nothing to do with. So it's the identity politics that made ticket sales. Right. So here, I don't know, the newer types who came in who think that they're also like traditional American black I don't want to like be like separatist about their own cultures, but I grew up with a proud black man from the South, so many years. He was my dad. I have certain inside perspectives on how certain groups see the others. So I'm not going to get too much into that. It's not my place. But it is my place to say I do lightly understand. And this more so has to do with the Middle East bullshit that I was talking about than our actual, like, civil rights reparations type movements over here. So since it's so new, this is different. Now, you are referring to what I was talking about, but you're not going to admit the groups behind that movement and how they've been blended to be something different, requesting something different these days. So, thank you. Continuing.
Film screenings, or spaces without white people. Nor is it in line with those on the right who believe America should be a Christian-only nation.
We're separation of church and state in this country. If you don't like that, you don't need to be here. You can go back to EU, you know. You can go back to Britannia if you want to sit there and suck off a king's dick and fucking look up while you do it. I mean, go at it, bro. I'm pretty sure us real Americans, the real rebels and shit, the Klansmen or whatever the fuck that left, that shit, you know, we left that. You want to go back to that, you can do anytime. Go the fuck over there. Go over there. You get your brown teeth, you get your fucking fucked accent, go, enjoy that. Oh, hip hip hop 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 mate. Hip 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 hip. Okay, enjoy that. That's the entire last of your life. Blackpool, Liverpool, Dogpool, Catpool. Yep, they're all called pool over there. Every fucking city is called pool except for Kent. Kent and Liverpool or whatever, they don't like each other, you know. So the Essies and the Pookers and the just fuck it, dude. They're all idiots over there. You want to go be a fucking miniature part of a bunch of fucking idiots? Go on over back to the EU, bro. We're united here. You don't like that? That's shitty. You don't like that we're united under the fact of your religion is not the number one religion. That's shitty. Go back to Europe. Get the fuck out of here then. Go. Leave.
Or want to mandate
stealthy way,
gender roles. And obviously,
employers keep women out of the workforce. That's a bullshit one. I just want to say, women in the workforce, they are given positions of power. People want to say DEI, but it's just that the companies themselves can pay them less because they're women. So they're giving them like soft power in a form. They'll give them a better position, but not quite at the same pay rate that a man in that position would get. So the company itself gets a discount for doing this DEI type situation hire, and you know, down the line it all trickle. So when you keep the women employed, it's the more limited spots. And where you're keeping the men employed is on the dumb shit jobs, the labor crap, where you don't make all the background stuff. You don't get the DEI shit anyway, you know? I mean, you do, but there's a certain amount of actual white folk that you have to employ along with those types of rules, right? Is that not a thing? Under any of these, you know, Target and shit, under any of these race rules, is there any ones that say, if a store is entirely black, you must have at least one white employee? Is there any like that ever? Is that a thing? If there's an all black owned establishment, are they forced to have a white person for the sake of DEI? No. Anyways, what that have to do with women and men? I don't know. It all goes down to the same, like the businesses, the laws in place, what they're making benefits from, and what actually applies to their business. Why the fuck have a woman in charge? Why have a white woman in charge when it's a black men's store? You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, some places they don't fit, and they can just fuck off. And why don't women work as much in the force? They don't need to. They can fuck themselves. They can go on OnlyFans and shit. A man has a much fucking fuck. Do you want to look up those numbers? They are employed. They're self-employed. A lot of them. And just because they won't want to, so for a while in their lives, they might spread their legs and make really good money spreading their legs, right? But then all of a sudden, they have this shit that happens in their brains, and they turn into like this trad wife, Christian, fucking like moralist, supremacist, right? All of a sudden, and now they close their legs. And they don't want to put out anymore. And that's a problem, because then you got to stress on the system, you know. And then you got a woman who's not working, not spreading legs, not making money, possibly responsible for things under her now, because she did have things that she was paying for when she was spreading her legs, and now she doesn't. So how's she gonna make that? How's she gonna make that? These places ain't gonna hire the bitch. They already got the fucking CEO for the week, you know? So what are you gonna do? Fuck off. Be unemployed. Go back to OnlyFans. Go OnlyFans. Go do something with your fucking pussy then. Because that's how you got there. Now's not the time to gain morals, bitch. So, identity politics. What happens to people's brains in these situations? They become militarized, they become radical, they change the entirety of what they are. Could we argue that that's happened to me over the years? I'm self-reflective, and yes, a little bit. But it's a counter, I'll admit, to this crowd. Just as Trump won because of the extreme leftists that we're currently talking about is the same reason that I have decided to take a more middle stance on a lot of my opinions. Not just because of the whole we lose thing, but I've always been a little middly. I grew up on right-wing Republican radio. I was listening to Rush Limbaugh and all that shit when I was a kid. Jason Lewis locally. Art Bell. All the coast-to-coast stuff. Like, I know what it is, okay? I know what it is, folks. I know what America is. And I know what the lies are, and I know what the truths are here. As much as you don't want to know, or you want to purposefully fucking obfuscate the fucking truth about you actually having the knowledge of what's happening, whatever the fuck you want to do here, that's fine. That's fine. You enjoy that, okay? I refuse. I'm too mentally ill or something. I'm too tarded to fucking, like, let lies fester, devour, steal my brain's truth. The reality truth. The common sense, you know. We seem to be lacking common sense in fucking I don't even know. Like, we lack common sense, folks.
Other identities
all of it
as we would have them treat ours. There's beauty.
Treat others as you wish to be treated. The golden rule does not exist for religions that say that if you're any other religion that the infidel should die. Keep that in mind. Because that's the identity politics that's currently changing, radicalizing, and killing our fucking people through apps like TikTok and shit. So
Beauty in different people with different ideas and have different backgrounds coming together to form America. But when it comes to politics and policy, let's treat people as people, recognizing and celebrating their unique characteristics as individuals instead of reducing them into an identity. I'm Joseph Klein. Thanks for watching.
So instead of reducing each other into an identity group, so that's kind of the problem here. This is a general explanation. The term identity politics is complex and can be used in different ways, sometimes with negative connotations. I want to hear the negative connotations. Humans say that the negative connotations is divisiveness. Critics argue that it can exacerbate social tensions by emphasizing differences between groups rather than fostering unity. True. So, what do they do on our college campuses? They foster psycho shit instead of unity. And when you even feed into that, you're just helping it to grow a bigger element. You see one idiot in the courtyard screaming, free Tibet now, free Tibet now. And that's fine, right? They could do that year on end. Will it ever free Tibet? No. But the second you join down there and you either tell them they're fucked up for doing it, or you join in, you're not helping. You're exacerbating a negative movement of just radically, well, what is this person accomplishing? Nothing. Year after year, they accomplish nothing. You going down there and adding into it isn't going to accomplish anything. What's at the top of the problem? The politics, the literal politicians in politics. That's the fucking problem. And the more you make it an internal self-issue with your identity, the more less becomes their burden, the actual politicians in place, to handle those fucking problems, to make sure those fucking problems aren't there to begin with. You're too fucking dumb. You people are dumb. Rail against your politicians. Go to government buildings and protest. Don't do it at college campuses. You're just disturbing education. You're kind of a prick. You're just making it so America's students are having a challenge learning the appropriate things, and you're wasting their fucking study. You're disturbing our education, which is in itself like a massive fuck up and sin. It's almost like they're internally working to make sure that we are dumber than the H2s and shit that they're dragging over. So you're just allowing it to happen because you're letting your stupid little passions of your little dick not having sex because you're a fucking incel. You're letting that rule your little brain, and now you want to go out in the courtyard, you want to talk to the Hezbollah girl, because, you know, free Hezbollah, or free Palestine, whatever the fuck, she's just marching around, got a little hijab on and shit, and you want to fuck, so you go up to her and you say, hey, baby, how do I act like your people? Do I gotta wear a longer skirt? Hey, honey, you want to fuck? And she said, no. Identity politics. Hi, person. Welcome to the show. We're talking about identity politics. Specifically relating it to the Middle East and our current problem on college campuses and stuff. So, fun one. Essentialism. It can be argued that oversimplifying complex human identities, reducing individuals to a single faceted categories, and ignoring individual variation with groups is a bad thing. Tribalism. Focusing on group interests can lead to a us versus them mentality, hindering cooperation and understanding across different groups. And that's the one. That's the biggest one. It's us v them. So we have a lot of Commander Casey's walking around on college campuses trying to fuck the Hezbollah girls because weird incel shit. So they're taking it as an us v them, but like, you don't belong there. You're not an us. They don't want you there, but you're helping their cause. So, cool. It's amazing how much like the white fundamentalist Christians have in common with like the Middle East, like Islamic, like child fuckers. It's amazing how much they have in common, isn't it? Fucking amazing. Us v them. And then you guys want to sit here and say anti-ped, but then we voted in Trump and Epstein and all that. We voted in Epstein, okay? Victimhood mentality. Some argue that it can perpetuate a sense of victimhood among certain groups, hindering their ability to overcome challenges and achieve self-sufficiency. They make it internal. They say it's us v them. They victimhood. They cry about it. They say, you don't like me as a person because of my adopted fucking perceptions. No, we don't like you as a person because you're an idiot. You're thoughtless. You're a fucking dumbass. You have no common sense. You can't think for yourself. That's the problem. Exclusionary. The emphasis on group-specific identities can include individuals who do not fit nearly into these categories or who have multiple intersecting identities. So, I talked about it the other day, how I ran into a person on an app, and their name was Biden's Vaccine Saves Lives when Trump was in office. And when Biden was in office, their name was Trump's Vaccine Saves Lives. And they were strictly just there to stir the other side as hard as they fucking could. And that was its only purpose, as an element of discord and shit. That's the only reason that element existed, was for lying and stacking identity politics and creating that anger on the other side that would make you double down in your stupidity instead of thinking, what is the actual fucking point to this person? What are they trying to say? So all people saw in the moment was just that one vaccine saves lives. They didn't see the person flipping. You didn't see, you just in the moment negatively reacted to the one thing. That's exactly what we're talking about here. Okay, thank you. Focus on group rights over individual rights. Critics argue that it can prioritize the rights of groups over the individual rights of we heard that one in the Fox News one. So they presented a pretty good example with the civil rights argument on that. I don't think I'll have much to say on that specific area about it as related to the Middle East, besides the whole fact that like they come over here, they refuse to assimilate, and then they want to like marry children and, you know, have their wives murdered because they cheated on them under Sharia law and shit. Like they try to have those rights in their religion over here. I agree with Bill Maher in the fact that there's one specific religion out there that's fucking evil, and it sees us only as infidels, and it has smart people who are really good at placing that rug underneath us to later pull it. So, you're stupid enough to get fleeced? That's on you, not me. Political correctness and censorship. The focusing on avoiding offense can lead to stifling of free speech and open debate. Right. So, you get all offended, and then you start screaming into your mic saying, like, can I talk? Can I talk? Can I talk? And, like, we're giving you the space to talk. Breathe. Present any kind of fucking debate point. You know? Why are you racist? Let us hear. Why are you racist? Everybody's racist. Why are you specifically racist? And against what race? What race are you? What experiences did you have that made you racist as a youth compared to as an adult? All that kind of shit. So everybody's racist. It's admitting what's in you and dealing with it and smiling about it and feeling uncomfortable where you can put it out there, you can deal with it like a comedian would and take it back and understand it from maybe a different perspective. Even just looking at myself on cam on replays, sometimes I'm in the chat and sometimes I'll completely correct myself throughout the video. Like, yeah, but that's kind of a fuck stance to take, Spit. Like, that makes it so this and this happens. Like, if you can't call yourself out, you're being willingly delusional on behalf of something that's a possible, like, hate-filled entity that's just allowing you to make all of those hate calls and feel justified in doing so. And that's why I brought up the Jesus and God shit and the left and right debate when it comes to that. So, poignant. Good. It's important to note that these are just some of the criticisms leveled against identity politics. Now, how have identity politics been influencing college campuses in terms of Middle Eastern religion and retribution against an America that formerly destroyed their countries. I don't need to capitalize America. Identity politics play a role in Middle Eastern college campuses, blah, 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 focuses on group grievances. Some students may feel a sense of collective grievance stemming from historical and contemporary political events in the Middle East, such as the Iraq War or the Israeli and Palestinian conflict. This can manifest in discussions around American foreign policy, perceived injustices, and the historical impact of colonialism and imperialism. Impact on campus, on climate, campus. These discussions can sometimes create tension on campuses, particularly if they involve strong criticism of foreign policy or support of movements perceived as anti-American. Do you understand where I start to speak up? This can lead to heated debates, occasional bias, accusations of bias, and feelings of marginalization or exclusion for some students. Correct. And then they, victimhood, internalize it, stand in the courtyard and scream. Influence on academic discourse. Identity politics can influence how issues related to the Middle East are discussed in academic settings. For example, courses in the Middle East history or politics may incorporate perspectives that emphasize the experiences and viewpoints of marginalized groups within the religion. That was such a fucking bullshit. Intersectionality. The experiences of law are often intertwined with the aspects of their identity, such as race, religion, and ethnicity. This can lead to complex and nuanced understandings of their experiences and perspectives. So it's like I said, they don't really want to assimilate, is how I put it, but it's more like so I'm supposed to understand your anti-American rape law, and I'm supposed to respect that in my country because a religion is behind the reason why you're raping somebody. I don't respect that as an American. I'm sorry, I grew up in a different America than whatever you people who came over here think it is. I grew up in a real America, whereas you grew up with a vision of America. I know what the fuck it is. You people are thinking you have some kind of rights here with your religion to abuse, marry, murder, and fucking endow and marry our fucking children, all that type of shit. Fuck that, okay? -40 below, that's fucking sick, Bon. The fact that I don't have the voice up. I didn't care about the other guy. No offense to the other guy. I don't know if you're real or not. I get trolled a lot. And, hi, Bon. Generalizations are dangerous. It's crucial to avoid generalizations and the views of experiences of all the Middle Eastern. So I'd like to apologize on that note, because it's it's bad to sit here and blanket statement and overgeneralize and stuff, but if you're not presenting the points clearly and in layman's terms to some people, they might just not be aware of it. So I'm here to be a little bit of a bridge in terms of connecting people who might be kind of smart to kind of dumb movements. So this is a good place for the middle ground discussion to be had, the common folk, for the poor folks to like actually talk. It's because I'm talking. So I don't know, I'm poor, I'm this and that. Like I present pretty good that like middle ground Midwest opinion versus that extremist Middle East opinion. I present a pretty good fucking let's fight here. This is a good spot. This is a good arena. Let's pick this arena. It's not a college campus, I'm sorry. You know, I'm sorry I'm not on a college campus right now. You can't fuck the what's her name? You can't fuck what's her name right now. You can't fuck Frogan, okay, buddy? I'm sorry, Casey, Commander Boy. You can't fuck Frogan, okay? She's not here right now. So I apologize. You don't want to come here because you don't want to talk to actual other men who are American about your fucking extremist Nazi views, because you're trying to have those views so you can fuck Frogan. Okay, I get it. So we're going to move forward from your tiny dick shit. And I'll apologize to them, but I'm not apologizing to the fake fuckers who are trying to adopt movements just so they can get laid. So, yeah. Anyways, generalizations are dangerous. I'm very specific with my attacks. Thank you very much. Diversity of perspectives. There's a wide range of middle blah. Students will have the same perspectives on these issues. It's a group think. It's a fucking group mentality. It's a religion thing. It's under the banner of religion and hate from that religion specifically. Bill Maher, watch Religious. Everybody watch Religious. Open and respectful dialogue is essential for understanding the different perspectives and navigating these complex issues, especially on campus. They shouldn't be on campus, and when they push their shit on us to force us to learn it when it's anti-American shit, and then they expect us to respect that shit additionally, no. At a point, you can't be here. You can't be here. You believe in rape and marrying children and all this other shit. You can't be here. Leave. Leave the country. You're not allowed. Don't be here. We have different views as a country. You can hate me as an American for that, but like, sorry, freedom. You can't murder your wife if she cheats on you in America. You can back in Iran or whatever the fuck, but you can't do that here. So I don't want to respect. I can listen to your words all you want. I don't want to respect your shit. Ever. I will never respect that because I'm American. So at our core, we don't agree with most extreme religions or their cultures. And we need to cut that dependency and stop acting like we're okay with those people being like that over here. We need to send clear signals to them not to come over here if they're going to act like that here. You come over here because that mentality over there fucked your family, fucked your people. You're coming over to America for a second chance, for a refugee, for a this and that. You're not coming over here to steal our shit and send your fucking money back home to have your fucking family members come here half illegally, and then you fucking snake in through like fucking work visas, and we're not doing this shit, okay? We are not doing this shit. This is why Trump won. Everything right now, those reasons, all that shit is why Trump won, and I'm fucking yes, let's get it going, let's go. Anytime. Restore American fucking sanity by getting rid of the religious element that has caused most of the discourse in these ways. Period. He said he's getting rid of the criminals immediately, first thing. So the criminal deports will be going day one. Like fucking they're the day oneers. So I can't help but cheer. Okay? I will be cheering for all that. Every time it happens, anytime that something not this gets taken out of my fucking country, I'm going to be cheering with the white supremacists. I'm going to be clapping with the KKK. I'm going to fucking love it. Okay? I'm going to fucking love it. No offense. Fuck your religion. Fuck your people. Stay the fuck over there. So we can bomb you all at once and make it real easy. I'm kidding, but that was a nice finisher. So, disclaimer. This is a complex and nuanced blah, 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 blah. Fuck these groups is what it is. That's my disclaimer. Disclaimer is fuck these people. Don't respect their fucking religion. Force them to fucking assimilate or get the fuck out of here. That's America. We're supposed to be unified, not understanding and respecting your boundaries. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You don't deserve that. You haven't fought in this country for that, and starting fucking death marches on our fucking college campuses is not the fucking way to do it. Thank you. Great. Fuck yeah. Dude, identity politics. Yes! Love it. So why don't you stick to the fucking point, Fox News? It ain't the civil rights shit that we're dealing with. It's not our people attacking our people in these fucking circumstances. It's them! Us! Them. We're the identity country. So realize what the fuck you're in and be that identity. Because otherwise we're going to fucking die. They're going to kill us. Yeah. That's it. They're going to kill us. They're going to team up with China and Russia and drop fucking bombs on us and shit. We're not going to fucking even see it coming. The Nepo babies are going to help it. They'll move out of the fucking country real quick. The Nepo babies will help us all fucking die too. So, they're not with us, folks. You think the Saudi Arabian oil money is fucking going into American pockets? Fuck no. So, wake up in a real way. Not just get woke. Wake the fuck up. That's mostly a message to the right wing. Yes, get woke. In the fact that your fucking country is being taken from you, and you're too much a dumb hick now to be a proper hick now. You're a dumb hick. You're a dumb hick. You blow yourself up underneath a building instead of doing what the fuck real hicks used to do in this country. I'm not saying go string people up from trees, but, you know, I like to bring up past examples too, Fox News. So if you want to get shit back to those eras, we're floating that way real quick. But it's not going to be our own hanging from trees. Okay? Gross as that is, gross as anything I'm going down right now, you know what I'm saying. It's disgusting. That's what we're becoming. So let these fucking filth pigs turn us into something that's going to be so fucking hate-filled that we start murdering these people. Because that's where this goes after this. Why? It's time and time again, across the fucking world, every country, every fucking problem. Religious indifference, death. Religious indifference, death. That's God. That's what God stands for. Death, indifference, hatred, justification of evil deeds from evil people. The more we're too stupid to fucking think for ourselves and not be evil in our hearts and fight the right fight, fight the good fight. I said that this morning. Fight the good fight. We got a lot of people who've never fucking heard Three Dog out there. And I think if we just heard Three Dog a little, I think we'd be all nice and unified and strong, and believe in ourselves. You know, ow! But here we are, folks. So I'd like to go into the fun part of the day, okay? We're going to start with a little bit of silliness, and then we'll lean into a couple other things. So this guy, born in the 80s, okay? If you were born in the 80s, how do you not know Viper? Okay, how do you not know Viper? Period. So back in the 80s, there was Viper Shades. There was Viper Car Alarm.
We can help.
And there's
Stretch
also
Financial Wellness Vision
Viper
subscription
Yo-Yo.
can help you
So we're going to look
visualize
up
your
all
debt
three of those right now. Because you guys don't know. Because you're fucking
This is
idiots.
the Viper 5806V. It's got these really cool looking
There you
blue
go.
remotes. It's like $400. So it's
Viper.
like locked and the lights flashed. And now, check this out. The blue
Cool,
ads.
right? Viper?
Some
Viper. So it's a car alarm
security
anyways.
lets you
It was
know which panel
big in the
on the car.
80s. And like when people would approach your car, I'd be like, step away from the vehicle. Just fucking a Viper alarm system. Like, it was one of the first like cool talking ones and shit. And people are really gaga over that shit. They can I get an original Viper alarm system? Because they were fun, dude. Viper car alarm sound. Step away. It's like, step away from the vehicle. You are too close. Here it goes.
Warning. You are too close to the vehicle.
Yes.
Step back. Step back, or the alarm will sound.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool. And that was it. That was the Viper car alarm. Very fucking cool. All right, now we're going to look up a Viper yo-yo, okay? We're gonna see somebody do some tricks with a fucking Viper yo-yo. Let's
Hey,
go.
what's up, guys? Today we got some Henry's
Good
yo-yos.
shit.
One was sent to me from my buddy Chris in Australia, and I've had it for a very long time and never done a review, and that's why the box is
Okay.
all ripped. Plus, it was used when it gave
Viper is the style.
We're
It
gonna
used to
check
be a
that one out.
brand,
Mine
I
is the
believe.
Cobra.
Like there was,
Then I
oh, the
also have
Cobra.
The Henry's Lizard sent to my.
Is that
sent
the
me
Viper?
to me
Maybe it's
from
the
my buddy
Cobra.
Ramon, all the way from Germany itself.
Or maybe
So,
the Cobra is a.
Without further ado, let's
like a
open
knockoff.
these babies up. Okay, guys. Like I said before, we got the Lizard and the Cobra.
Yeah, cool.
The sleeve.
It's the same. It's the style. It's the like.
Oh, I should
the
really
cone
do
goes
something.
out like
I
that.
always forget to do that.
Right. They look like wheels or whatever the fuck. Right.
Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vipers are
All-
fucking
all
great,
the-
dude.
Oh, they don't come off as
No,
easy.
don't.
This one's
So let's
got
watch that green motherfucker
big.
fly.
Well,
Yes.
not that huge, but I mean, it's bigger than. Then we'll switch to the other. But
Let's go, baby.
what? Like, it's already.
Not that one. Come on.
But yeah, here, let's open this gap up a little bit.
Yes. Oh, dude. Okay. Yes.
Ooh.
This one is pretty responsive no matter how.
I can't even like.
close
I'm
the gap.
tingling. Just
I think
fucking
this one,
like.
but honestly,
mm.
this one's not as good. This
Shut
has
up,
the weight, like,
dude.
all in the middle, and these are just way too light. This rubber.
Oh,
I'm
that
gonna
it does
try
seem
for
like it.
4A.
They're
I'm
supposed to
gonna
be
do a
kind of
couple-
hard.
see
I
if I can
seen
trick
he
on it,
squoze
but
it. They flexed
For
real
the most
easy.
part, I like the other one better.
Okay.
Okay, guys.
An actual Viper has like a good amount of weight to it. It's not a pussy thing. So you did get a weird one. It has to be heavy, so it. You know. I feel what he's saying then.
4.8 now it I don't know. It's just so slow.
That's too bad, bro. There we go. Viper. Let's get a Viper yo-yo. Let's go. Let's get a real Viper. Okay. Yes. Yes, baby. Yes. Woo! Look at that shit. Yes. Yes. Fuss. Fuss. Like, way better. Way fucking better. Dude. That shit's ridiculous. The Vipers are fucking great. They got a good balance. They got a good spin to them. Wow, this guy's ridiculous. Of course, it's in like some kind of like theater or college or some kind of school setting. Who's still playing with their yo-yo at the age of like 40? Just wondering. That last guy? That last guy. Okay. Nice though. Fucking swish, dude. You said and review, but looks like he's just mashing it the whole fucking time. So, okay. What do we have next? The Viper. Viper car alarm, Viper yo-yo, and Viper sunglasses is the one he came up with. He was like, I'm a fucking kindergarten baby. I never heard of Viper sunglasses. I had to look them up. Dude, you ain't heard of nothing. You ain't heard of Viper fucking shit. There you go. Yeah, just Viper. They're stupid. They're stupid. Yep.
Other than that.
So, that's it. Those are the Viper ones. You're back in the 80s. 80s shit. Right. I don't even care to cover these. I don't care to cover these.
Feel too precise. It's. Yep.
Oh, wow. Oh, no, they're supposed to do that. Yeah, they're very adjustable. They're very nice glasses. Like, they're worth it.
On the fake ones, it's not as precise.
I see that.
You
Yeah.
guys can kind of see the difference there.
Oh, for sure, dude. Yeah. Alright, so that's Viper sunglasses anyway. What do we got next on the... And then I thought, what are some more dumb things of dumb eras? And I have a shirt for this car. I have a promotional shirt for this car.
It is
Yes.
the single strangest production car to come out of the 1990s. And
Yes,
today,
this is
I'm gonna
a
show you exactly
interesting
why.
car. It's a very interesting car.
gonna
At
start
one
this-
point, my dad was considering selling his muscle car for one of these, which I talked him kind of out of it. I was like, no, you don't want to do that. And he would have had to pay up a little bit too, so I don't think it was a good idea. But thinking back to this day about my uncle like using the car title to steal my dad's fucking muscle car, maybe I should have convinced him to get a fucking Prowler. Maybe that was the right choice. Weird, right? History, huh? Maybe my dad would still be alive if he had only purchased a Plymouth Prowler.
This was a little discussion.
Nope,
of
it was
the
cancer. It was going to
1990s.
happen inevitably.
Cars in the
So,
1990s
quit smoking,
were
folks.
bland. The BMW M3 had only
Wow.
240 horsepower.
Quit smoking,
the
folks. You're going to
top-line
die.
Toyota Camry had only 190 horsepower. Cars looked like this and this and
Yeah.
this and this. And then Chrysler,
Yes.
whose bland
But-
cars are possibly the blandest.
That's more 80s. This one's more mid 90s. You're mixing a decade there. You're mixing a
And then
decade.
Chrysler, whose
I mean
bland
to call you out. This is like a Reliant K or something. This is like maybe 92 at max. This shape,
Cars are possibly
maybe
the
95 at max. This is more 96-ish era when like Jaguar and shit started to make like purely like poop shaped cars, like you just shit and it just went bloop,
of
and they
them
just
all
popped out
says,
just
oh,
like
by
that.
the way, we're going to build this.
Oh, I didn't go back far enough for the other
M3 flying
examples.
Toyota Camry had only 190 horsepower. Cars looked like this and this.
Right, these are 96, 96. These are like a little older, 98-ish. This is 98, like straight up. Like Ford Escort. Let me look up like a 98 Ford Escort. Yeah, it's like exactly a fucking 98 Ford Escort. So anyways, that's a fucking Ford Escort anyways. Actually, you know what? Yeah, right there, right? That's like the same fucking one. So, well played. Okay, cool. This one has little teeth in the grill, though.
And this. And then Chrysler, whose bland cars are possibly the blandest of them all, says, oh, by the way, we're going to build this.
But those other ones, those Reliant Ks and shit, you're mixing from like 80 to 90. That's an entire decade.
And it's going to be purple. This particular Prowler comes...
So near the end, I'm trying to say, near the end, they were a lot more bubble poopy shaped. Like 97, 98, 99. You can see it even with the Mitsubishi Eclipse. So let's look up the Mitsubishi Eclipse. Let's look up the 1997, right? So you look at like the butt end of the 97 Eclipse, okay? Right? So we're going to start right after 96. It's a little bit squarish, you know, it comes out nice. It's got a little boop to it, a little fucking butt, right? It's a little butt. It's got a little ass to it, right? See that? Yeah, yeah. Maybe it was I want to put like in the 6. I think the 6 was square as fuck. No, it was more like that. Oh, those are nice too. So they kind of, 96, they started to get bubble butty. It only proves my point if they're more and more bubble butt as I go back, because the Reliant K or whatever was the one that I was trying to display as poop shaped or whatever. Or not poop shaped, more square shaped. So even 95, like bubble butt. So the more fancier cars, or the cars that were foreign, were coming over with more pooply shapes, 98 Mitsubishi, yeah, they even started doing the front like that. Looked very like a nurse shark, I remember thinking. I used to do a lot of deliveries with my pops, so we looked at a lot of ass ends of cars and did like the what's the year game, Nothing better to do for hours. So yeah, we're going up year by year as I show these. So you can just see how they get more circular, more bounced, more butt. Again, the point is just trying to display them as poop shape. So foreign cars and shit were starting to be more poopy, and they were like, what can we do to be unique within that?
From Rayco Eurospec, a dealership here in Pennsylvania with an awesome inventory of weird and exciting cars.
I don't need to.
Like the Dodge Ram pickup.
So it's a weird car.
Now, once you're
It's
inside the
stupid.
trunk, you'll find that there's really not all that much room here.
Yeah, it's just a dumb
most
car.
distinctive design characteristics.
Gross.
My
So
favorite thing
fucking
about the
ugly.
Prowler's front bumper, you can stick your hand through it. I'm not really sure why, but I like it. Also
Dumb.
mounted on the front bumper, the turn signals. And just
Yeah,
in
that's
case
dumb.
that wasn't
Dumb as
enough
fuck.
indicating power for you, there's also a set of turn signals mounted on the front fenders.
Yeah, just dumb. They should be on like
Now,
the
in
wheel
back,
hubs
the
too
turn
and
signals
shit,
and brake
right?
lights are located here
On
on
the
the
wheel
rear
hub.
fender,
Right.
but the giant protruding rear bumpers do contain the reverse lights.
Okay.
One of the other things I love about this car is the placement of the fuel door. Now, there's so much crazy,
It's all bad. There
wild
should be
bodywork in this
multiple
thing
fucking
that
reverse
Plymouth could really
lights, too.
only put the fuel door in one spot. And so, that's where it is.
Yep.
Another weird touch is this strange prowling cat logo,
Yes.
which appears on the steering wheel, on the seats,
not just the cat,
under the
it's the
hood,
prowling
and nowhere
cat.
else on the car.
Very cool.
Now, there's more obvious badging around back. Although there's nothing on the trunk that indicates what this car is to curious onlookers, the protruding bumpers say Plymouth Prowler
Yeah, yeah.
in a fancy script.
Real classy, very classy. Very nice.
Dear Winter.
Cars, folks. I don't even fucking drive them. Let's go.
So that's a comprehensive...
Very nice. Very
Four
nice.
speeds. It's just not as quick as I mean, we've just moved
It's
on.
not. It's
It'd be right in
clunky.
front
It
of me.
drives shitty.
But the
It's
handling is light. I thought it'd be smidging it all over the place, and I thought this car was only just a sort of a style play.
No, get like a, you know, if you want like a floaty nice car, just Lincoln or Cadillac or whatever. That's why those sold better. You get like a Lincoln Mark fucking 7 of the same year, like way fucking cheaper, probably a better ride. Just you're spending money on just the look at that point. The Plymouth Prowler was a shit beast. I saw it at many like car conventions and shit. I used to go to those downtown. Just it's a piece of shit. Trust me. A Mark, a Caddy for sure. My family has formerly fucking supported Mercedes, but I don't agree with that.
No, Lincoln has better suspension than Cadillac.
Lincoln has better suspension than Cadillac. That's true. So
I don't even like Fords, but I like Lincoln.
That's a strong point to make. So there you go. But yeah, otherwise, yes, Mercedes, but no, I don't do the. I was bringing it up for you in case you were bringing it up. Because they're all luxury cars that are more affordable and reasonable within the, like, luxury area. That's what this was being sold as, was a luxury experience. But it was far from it. And that's why it didn't sell well. And anybody would have bought, you know, any of those other cars over this shit. A Mercedes for fucking sure, you know. That was, I thought you were going to, like, go to, actually the height of luxury cars is Mercedes. So, yeah. Because those float a little different from these types of cars. These American luxuries float different from German luxury. I never felt the pedal feel, but I could always feel like how it was as a passenger in those cars. And I described the Mercedes as a little bit more rigid, whereas the Lincoln and Caddy were a little bit more floaty. The Caddy more floaty of the two. But then we had some Lincolns that were specifically bad, where like the back shocks would go out easy and shit. There was a couple years where the shocks were shit. So right, and the starter, yeah. So it depends on like which cars of what eras, what years. But don't get a Prowler is the main point. You're spending for the look. Unless you want some shit in, you know, Jay Leno's garage, it's pretty much a pointless fucking purchase. You don't want that. So there you go. So that was the Plymouth Prowler. Did you guys know about that ugly thing?
That's not really true. The protruding bumpers.
Protruding. That's a good way to. The whole car could just be protruding. Okay, the fucking wheel, fucking fender, the everything, all disgusting, gross, protruding, everything. And you hit a curb, I think half this car would fucking break instantly. So don't bother. All right, what do we got? Next up on the, I wanted to quick dabble into two little areas. Okay, we're going to look at 80s hypercolor clothing, and then after that we're gonna slap into some other nonsense for just a moment, and that's it. I'm just showing you guys stupid shit. This is how they were sold. This is how they were sold. Are you watching the same commercial I'm watching? With moaning girl sounds in the background? Yes, 1991, folks. Okay? We used to not be afraid to be sexual in this country. Weird, right? We used to not be afraid to do, like, moaning and clothing commercials. Hypercolor. Breathe on me. Get your hot breath on me. Ooh, hoo, ha, ha. I'd rather be this semi-perverted thing than the Sharia law murdering people thing. So whatever it takes to vent your incel shit, whatever it takes you to stop you from marching around on a college campus to try and get into Frogan's pants, whatever makes you a reasonable person, we have those services available in America, and you can use them and not be killed. So you're welcome. Okay? What a great place. Fantastic. You can make moaning commercials and not murder the producer, the director, and the not fucking protest the place that made them and all that other shit. Wow, we can do that here. We can just, like, do that here. We have, like, freedom. It's weird. Okay. What do we also have the freedom to do? We had the freedom to take old, weird, springy metal and turn it into slap bracelets. So I just wanted to bring up that clothing because hypercolor clothing is fucking cool and it needs to come back, and that's it. It's funny because when you sweat, your whole shirt just turns to shit. But whatever. We're gonna look at some slap bracelets. Bro, these are slap bracelets. These are fucking so 80s. It's ridiculous. Wow. Yeah, just old spring metal. There you go. Very good. That's it. That's all it is.
Hold on, before you pay.
It's like a bunch of fucking slinkies that weren't paid for, so they just kind of like slapped them into a new thing. Fuck your Connect team. Fuck you. Fuck you. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Nobody cares about you. Yeah, just and then just slap around. That's it. Slap bracelets, baby. They're fun. Sick. You know they're there. They're kind of itchy. They're kind of weird, but like you just wear them. You know, they're like crunchy. You can feel them when you twist your wrist. They're so like just hard metal. You really do feel it. This is too much. But the fact that we can't get away from our nostalgia and shit, and we still keep making these and all this other, it's obnoxious. So we need to move on. Yeah, we need to, that's all it is, folks. Yeah, we gotta move on. Okay. Stop saying so much. Cut it the wrong way. Why are you cutting with an X-Acto knife on a wood table? You just put two little slats in it. Wow. That's so dumb. So you guys know what's inside of a slap bracelet. Wow, I'm so impressed. Like, I don't get what the point of pointing that out. I guess that's like the 80s kids' little secret. Ooh, it's just a tape measure, guys. Okay. I think that's it though. I think I'm out. So I think that was my thing. I think I'm already the fuck done. Unless we had anything to go into or anything, no. I'm not gonna spy on my person real quick who has subscribed to me. Thank you for the sub. 56 now. I like 56. 56! Let me look up that real quick. Let me look up 56. There you go. Okay, 56. Okay, you're a no good, dirty 56, and okay.
I'm thinking of a number between
this is for
1
you.
and 10.
56.
Guess it, and you die first. Go.
Okay. 56-ish.
56? 56?
That's for you, 56.
Oh, man! Now that's all I can think about! I'm gonna kill you, you no good 56!
Shit. 56! That's all I can think about!
I'm starting to come down with Stockholm Syndrome. Handsome.
Dude. So that's for you, 56, okay? That's all for you, 56. I really appreciate you guys watching the channel, coming by, having some fun with Spit, and starting your morning, starting your night, starting whatever the fuck, starting to fart. You know, whatever you do, I'm glad you're doing it here with this fucking coot. So, yeah, thank you. Now, back to my little bipper ripper real quick here. It's always cringy when I watch myself when I'm watching myself. Go ahead and check out this, though. This is Bond Fights Fire, my latest podcast with my friend, long-term friend. We went over a couple things, the Jason Thor Hall debate. I gave a little bit of my knowledge. We went over the Warcraft situation, but there's more to that episode than just that. It was very fun to do. I mean, I want to parse into it because I'm thoughtless, and I want to make sure to show like it's fun. We go a little Queen now, we do a little Swagger Souls, we do a little comparison on voices, we look up some shit, we talk about Bonnie Bell, we talk about Fleece Johnson, we talk Honest August the Duck, August, and we do a review bra, and we do fucking we do all that shit. Can we watch some fucking people cook shit? We talk about a little politics for half a second. We talk about Adam Mockler. We look over Pokemon. Do you see Mudahar's face? Even we went over all that shit. So that was really fun. It was a fun episode. Bonfires Fire. Check it out if you want. Don't if you don't. I'm the fuck out of here. That's it. Doesn't matter what you say, okay? They're so dirty.